All right, another high production video from Robot Underground. So Travis Turbo, what is it, GTO, had the question. He's running a, you can go to his page thing here, whatever. There you go, there's his car. So he doesn't want to put an enclosure in the trunk, so he has two 8s from the Vega series, which are like, they're not the bottom, but they're not great. I think they're only like 400 watts each, or 200 watts each actually, RMS. 400 watts peak. I got a couple here that I just started rebuilding, and then I was like, fuck it. Because they're very, again, I'll put a link to my video about the 8s and how 8s just suck. So, but one of the things that I remembered from the 90s, let's see if I can bring this up. Acoustic bass pump. There we go. So somebody's got, I mean, this is $200. This is terrible, but go away. There you go. Fuck you. Fuck you and your cookies. This is the bass pump 326, and basically what this does is this interface is probably the round or the shape of a 6x9 or something like that, but what it does is they had a couple versions. They had dual 8s and dual 6.5s, but you can make a version of this for yourself. It's really just an adapter with an enclosure built to it. The enclosure size doesn't matter because you're running the sub free air. So I told him that he should run a pair of 12s instead. And that actually, there used to be ads in the back of car audio magazines that did just that, and they were cast. I'm sure they're patented, but that's how somebody used to do it. And I'll have to find it or something like that in one of the car audio magazines. But it's actually a great idea. So the only downside is that then you don't have any highs in your back, so in the back lid. So I'm not a fan of that. And basically you can do this in the center and then put, like, say 2 coaxial 8s from, who is it? I think Vibe used to make a good 8-inch coaxial, and then Rockford, when they owned Renegade, they made an 8-inch coaxial that was really good, and they were only like 40 bucks a pair. They were really fucking cheap. So, but they sound great, and they played at 40 hertz, which is nice, but you still shouldn't run them as subwoofers because they suck. So, but bass pump rules. It just, not for $200, and I think the MSRP was something crazy, like probably $400 for 2 little cheap woofers. So pump your bass pump. Stay away from vintage stuff, guys. This is not, don't be a collector. We already talked about that. Plus these terminals suck. So, but I love you guys. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's no such thing as a free air subwoofer. Okay, so stop looking for that. You can play any subwoofer free air. What's great about it is it's going to play down in the FS. So if you want a really low pass band, meaning you want the woofer to play really low, pick a woofer that has a low FS. There you go. And then what you have to worry about is that it's only going to handle about probably 25% of what it's rated for as far as power. So before you hit the maximum. So, which is great though, because then it makes them very, very sensitive. You don't need a lot of juice to make them play, because the enclosure is so large, which is no enclosure. So, but yeah, and they'll play down to the FS. So if you want me to custom build you something, please be specific and ask me. You say, hey Patrick, this is my application. This is what amp I have. This is what I'm thinking. And I go, okay. And then I probably shoot holes in that, or I compliment you and I say, good job. And then we make you something. So again, I'm not here just to dog products and dog brands and things like that. There's a lot of fat on this meat, on this steak, and it's not Wagyu fat, so it's just gristle that needs to be trimmed. So that's all I'm doing, is trimming the fat and letting you guys get to the meat, right? So I can beat my meat. Love you guys. Bye.